Hello everyone, my name is Alberto and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I really wanted to show you quickly how I made this giant granny stitch blanket, granny square if you prefer. This is one I made for my boyfriend in the holidays. It's great, it's pretty easy and simple to make, it just takes some time. You can make it in the color and pattern you prefer. So how this works is it's a lot of clusters, they're called, of stitches. In this case is double crochet. You can start with the color you prefer, the little loop, and you're gonna chain 8. In this case I'm using a 4.5mm hook, and to start I'm gonna chain 8. Once that is done, you're gonna join the chain in the first stitch with a slip stitch, and that way you're gonna get a circle. You could start using the magic circle method if you prefer. I just find that this is easier for me. And once that's done, we're gonna chain 3 because we're going to do double crochet, and we're gonna add 2 more double crochets, creating the first cluster. The clusters in this case are 3 double crochets, but could be 4 or could be triple crochets if you prefer more height. I just find that this with the yarn and the gauge I had was the one that worked better. Now we're gonna chain 2 and do 3 more double crochets, and this is gonna be in general the pattern you're gonna keep. It's going to be clusters of 3 double crochets separated by a chain 2. Now once you get to the end, you're going to have the first little floret, let's say, or the center of the granny square, and then you're just going to join to the first chain 3 that you made with a slip stitch, and that's gonna be it. We have this little tail that we're gonna weave in the end, and here we are done with the center. Now you could change color immediately if you prefer. In my case I didn't. I did 2 rows with every color, so I'm just gonna keep going. But you can already see you have the clusters and the spaces in between where the chain 2 is happening. And that's in general how the pattern works. In the corner, we're gonna do 2 clusters. And that's gonna allow us to build the corner and turn every time, so it looks nicer and more square. And right now we don't have spaces in the middle, but we will in the future. So in the middle spaces, you're gonna work 1 cluster. In the corners, you're gonna work 2 clusters, every time separated by a chain 2. So this way, you're just gonna keep going. In this case, we're just gonna have 2 clusters in the corners, and everything is going to be separated by chain 2s, just because it's only the 2nd row. But from the 3rd row on, you're going to have spaces in the middle where you're only going to have 1 cluster. So repeating again as a rule of thumb, in the corners you're going to have 2 clusters separated by a chain 2. In all the other stitches you're going to have 1 cluster separated by a chain 2. And this way you can work the whole blanket. You see this is the first little square, and you just keep expanding it, and either you add more colors, you can alternate in the way you prefer. In my case, I didn't want to do every single row a different color. But you can do that and it looks amazing. It's just a lot of ends to weave in at the end. So what I did here, as you can see, is 2 rows with every color separated by 4 rows of white. And at the end I did this border all around in single crochet. I believe I did 4 rows of single crochet all around. Now in my case, since if you work this pattern you get a giant square, but I wanted a rectangle to have more of a couch blanket, what I did is I added extra rows on 2 sides using the same spacing that I used before, and that way I get more of a rectangle. Once you know the general pattern, you can work it in many different ways and get all different results. So I urge you to try it if you've never done it. It's very easy. Again, just takes some time, but the results are super good. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video and it was useful for you. Please leave a like and subscribe. It's a great help, and I'll see you next time. Bye.